Hey guys, my name is Kiki and I'm here with the Button Smashers to give you my review on a game known as Talent Not Included. The game itself is absolutely beautiful. The colors are rich, vivid, and provide an eye-catching quality that leaves a lasting visual on any player. Matched with the colors, the gameplay is absolutely smooth. Every jump is fully played through, every attack is seamless, and every enemy is fully fleshed out in detail. Having little experience in platformers, some of my experience being in Super Mario and Crash Bandicoot, I didn't expect a heavy story for the game. However, I was disappointed when little to no story was explained at all. The only inkling to a story we are provided is a short clip hidden in the opening credits that can easily be clicked over and skipped. A simple reorganization could fix this issue, such as putting it right before the level selection. However, even this little tidbit of story we are given is completely vague. At the core, it's about three actors with no acting ability that are responsible for making a profitable and entertaining show for the audience. Beyond this little bit of information, there is no drive or explanation as to why. It just simply is. When compared to my previous platformers, the most infamous being Mario, we understand his motivation. Mario is trying to save the princess. The monsters in the game are spawns and henchmen of Bowser, Bowser being our main villain. All of this information is provided fairly early on in the game. As compared to Talent Not Included, players are almost entirely left clueless. It isn't until the first boss that any type of explanation is provided at all, and even beyond that, the story is still muddled and vacant. Although entertaining, a lack of story gives no sort of accomplishment when defeating the levels of the game. The game tries to attempt at making witty references to real-life games, in particular a moment when the lead actress mentions E.T. game cartridges, which I believe to be a reference to an early Nintendo game. However, the joke falls flat and makes no correlation to the little bit of story that we are provided. In fact, these attempts only take away from the game. The game is set in medieval times, so why a reference to video games being made at all? Back to the story, however, when thinking of the game's lack of motivation, I'm reminded of a popular mobile game called Angry Birds that swept the nation in 2011. There is little story to go off of, just some stolen bird eggs and some evil pigs that are the culprits. There is little to no drive in the game, and we are set on a suicidal mission to fight the pigs simply because the game mechanics say so. This can easily be said for Talent Not Included. Sure, our characters in the game want to put on a live show. However, the motivation is again simply because the mechanics tell us to do so. With all of that in mind, starting the game can be tricky. There is little tutorial or information given on how to play. Signs pop up on the stage to tell you what to do, but no direction follows through. I used a controller when playing on Steam, and no button directions were provided. Even when reaching out to the help screen, I was stumped. I had to figure out the mechanics myself. The only plus side to this is the game itself is fairly easy to decipher. They aren't complicated mechanics by any means, but to young players or new players to the gaming industry, this lack of assistance could take away from the overall experience. Once finally in the game, the levels are wonderful. Each one differs from the previous, making it so it's ever-changing and keeps you on your toes. The further into the game you go, the more challenging and difficult the levels become. And when you do finally get to the next actor of the game, the levels take a significant increase in difficulty. It provides a great experience for gamers, and defeating the levels feels well deserved. There are a few weaker levels filled in where you simply walk through an empty stage to grab the next gear. However, they don't entirely take away from the pace of the game. Rather, they give you a much needed rest while facing harder difficulties in the future. Unfortunately, my first experience with Talent Not Included was shrouded in technical difficulties. The game just disconnected my controller, so that's kind of a... There we go. Okay, that was really weird. Alright, so let's continue. I was well into the game when my controller completely disconnected from the game, along with any type of keyboard response. Okay, so level 2, I have no idea what's happening. On trying to close the level out and reload it, the game completely crashed, and it forced me to close the game completely and reload it. So guys, it's like broken. Alright, I'll try it. Short-lived. Let's try this again. There we go. Although the reasoning behind the game crashing is a mystery, whether it be from my computer or the game itself, it was inevitably a negative response when thinking about my first and early impressions of the game. But guys, don't let me be the judge for you. Hop on Steam, purchase it for $12.99 and give it a try yourself. I can assure you one thing, regardless if you enjoy the story or not, the game itself is absolutely beautiful and so much fun to play, and it is fairly entertaining. So grab a controller or keyboard, however you choose to play, and enjoy yourself. This is Kiki coming at you from the Button Smashers with a game review. Have a good one!